Hey guys, it is April from Getting Go With It. Today is day 4 of our Sweet Autumn Read series. I hope that you guys are enjoying it so far. Today I want to get into what is new in historical fiction. You know me, I love historical fiction so much. I think it is my favorite genre if I'm being perfectly honest. When I saw what was new and coming out for the fall of 2017, I got really excited and I had to share it with you. So let's get into it. The first book that I want to talk to you about is Love and Other Consolation Prizes by Jamie Ford. I won this on a Goodreads giveaway, which was so exciting. I can't even tell you how happy I was. I've heard really great things about this. And Jamie Ford wrote Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, which is very popular. And this one just sounds fantastic. So his latest follows a young 12-year-old boy named Ernest. And he's extremely excited because he gets to go to the World Fair and he's all excited for that wonderful opportunity. And then when he gets there, he finds out that he is actually one of the prizes. They're going to be raffling him off, essentially. And what is so shocking about this book is it's based on a true story. How did that happen? How did people think that that was a good idea? I don't know. So Ernest is half Chinese and he is an orphan. And he is raffled off at the World Fair. And the person who wins him is a madam at a brothel. And so he goes to live there. And it's his journey. It just sounds crazy and amazing. And I'm really excited about this one. And it comes out in September. The next book I want to talk to you about is a historical fiction, but it's also a ghost story. So I couldn't help it. When I read the synopsis for this, it had to go in the list. And this one is The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. This one is about a woman named Elsie. And she marries this wealthy young man and she's very excited about her new life. She's going to be rich forever. But then he dies like soon after their marriage. And a lot of people in the town, the servants of this house that she lives at now, are very resentful of her, and she's incredibly lonely. That is until she discovers some secrets lying within her home. She finds a locked door, and behind that locked door is a little wooden figure that looks an awfully lot like her. And she, shows people, and the people of the town are petrified of this figure. And she's like, oh, you're just being superstitious, until she notices the figure's eyes watching her and following her every move. It sounds horrifying. It looks wonderful. It's a little bit reminiscent to me of The Miniaturist. I don't know if they're anything alike, but there's just something similar about those two, just the plot line itself. I am extremely excited for this one. Now this one is coming out in October for the UK, and sadly, I'm sorry to say, March for the US and Canada. Just terrible. I don't want to wait. I might have to buy it off of Book Depository because I want to read it so badly. The next book I wanted to talk to you about is The Boat Rudder by Devin Murphy. And this book follows young Jacob in 1939. It's summer and he's a teenager, and he and his older brother often join their uncle on a fishing boat in the North Sea. And often while they're on the ship, they see German ships. They don't think too much of it until their father decides to put them in the Hitler Youth. And then we follow Jacob over the years as he's fighting for Germany. We follow him in the forests of France, on missions with the German Navy, and he's really struggling with his morality and whether or not it's the right thing to be fighting for the Germans. I, for one, am really excited about this one, and I haven't heard much about it. There are certain books that seem to get a lot of hype from publishers. And this one I haven't heard a lot of hype about, but it just sounded wonderful, and it is coming out in September. The next book I want to recommend to you is Manhattan Beach by Jennifer Egan. Now, this has gotten a lot of hype and a lot of buzz on BookTube and beyond. And this follows a woman whose father goes missing during World War II. She is struggling with that disappearance, and she doesn't fully understand why he disappeared. That said, she herself is very involved in the war. She has actually become the first female diver, and it's very dangerous, so she goes and is able to repair ships, which are really important, obviously, for the war. So we follow her as she's doing her job, and then one day she actually stumbles into an old acquaintance who knew her father very well. And she's telling him, you know, my father disappeared. She starts to learn things about her father that might explain why he disappeared. So I really, for one, want to know what that is and why he disappeared in the first place. It sounds great. It's got a lot of buzz. She is the author of The Goon Squad, which I haven't read, but I've heard good things. And that one is coming out in October. Finally, I want to recommend See What I Have Done. And this is a book about Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden, if you don't know, was very famous for having killed her father. And this follows Lizzie and her older sister as Lizzie tries to grapple with her father's death. She doesn't remember fully the death itself. She just remembers stumbling upon his body and shouting out, "Someone's killed my father." I've heard that this is beautifully written. I'm very, very eager to dive into this one. And of course, it's another kind of gritty storyline for fall. This one is actually already out. It came out in August, so you can head out to the bookstore and pick that up. I hope that you find something in here that you'll want to read. Let me know in the comments below if there is anything in particular out of these that caught your eye, that sounds really good to you. I'd love to know, and I'll see you next time. Bye!